Well, mild side effects such as fatigue, headaches, chills, slight fever and pain or numbness at the site of vaccination may occur and disappear within a day or two. According to the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, if you observe any reactions after vaccination, you should contact the disease surveillance and notification officer whose phone number should be on your vaccination card or report to your healthcare provider. While the mass vaccination continues across the country, and Dr. Shalom Oni, a public health physician, tells us his experience in Lagos. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right, so what's the major side effects that perhaps you've heard of, you've come across during vaccination in Lagos?
Severe tiredness, fatigue, body weakness, fever, temperature running up to 38 degrees or more, inability to walk or do individuals' normal daily routines. So
that sounds a bit extreme.
Extreme, exactly. In fact, in some cases, require admission, for observation. But by and large, there hasn't been any mortality, from COVID-19 vaccination or adverse effect following immunization in Nigeria. So I think we can put our trust, our confidence in that, side effects will occur, but then it's just ends and being mild, moderate.
When you look at the progress of the states, Lagos State, for example, do you think that they're doing well so far?
Well, Lagos has been the epicenter, and from the first day, they hit the ground running in terms of testing, in terms of mobilization, in terms of putting structures and organization in place. So, and even to COVID-19 vaccination. So, for me, Lagos has been doing well. By and large, I think in the second phase, in second dose vaccination, I think some degree of effort, need to be put in place. There's ongoing mass vaccination. There's also mobile vaccination teams out there. But I think we now need to look at a strategy, in making sure that we scale up the percentage of eligible persons that are vaccinated in Lagos State, especially for second dose.
So perhaps one can tie in that if you've received the first dose and some of the adverse effects you've mentioned, the side effects, they get that. They probably think they will get that during the second dose, and so they stay back. That could definitely be affecting the numbers.
Well, as at 2 days ago, someone was interacting with me and said, my wife took the second dose, man, and things like that. So that could, in a way, affect, the person in question has not received his second dose. So that could, in a way, make him to lay back and say, well, maybe I should delay mine. After all, I'm okay. I don't even have any sign that I have COVID-19 and things like that. So the knowledge, the occurrence of adverse effect following immunization sure plays its own role, in vaccine hesitancy. But beyond that, we want to look at the issue of risk communication, vaccine effectiveness, and every other thing that has to do with COVID-19 vaccination. We need to continue to do that. It's like, a lot of engagement in community, is non-existent. So I think the government needs to come out, by and large, WHO and also MPHCDA have also said that one of the things that is responsible for vaccine hesitancy is disinformation and lack of communication, proper communication. So we need to go back to the community, the political leaders, the community leaders, religious leaders, bring everybody on board, have town hall meetings now, so that we can scale up to that 70%, by the middle of the year. So I think that's what we should do in scaling up COVID-19 vaccination.
So today, the World Health Organization Africa region says if African countries are to reach 70%, of course we know it's just about 11% that has vaccinated so far, they need to increase pace of rollout six-fold.
Times. Yes. Now, if you hear six-fold, you think, oh, in terms of pace. But let's be more specific. What does that mean? That means that what you have been doing, or all that is required to ensure that there is vaccine uptake, do it 6 times. Let me start from the issue of communication, to the community. Let's be more aggressive. Let's communicate more. Sometimes when you listen to radios, and you hardly find people the jingles anymore about COVID-19 vaccination. So let's go out there to the community, to the key figures, the informants, the leaders there. Let's engage them in town hall meetings. That's number 2. Number 2, even the availability of vaccine, let it be more available 6 times than ever before. Sometimes you see individuals making a call. I say, do you have Moderna? I say, no, sorry, Moderna is not available today. Come next week. No, that shouldn't be happening anymore. Moderna, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, everything should be available. In fact, the vaccine should be waiting for you, not you waiting for vaccine. A lot of people who are due for second dose, a lot of people are due for boosters, but they can't get it right now because of the change the schedule. So that's what it means. In terms of research, how much of research into vaccine production are we doing? Because that will also determine vaccine uptake. It has been discovered as that's one of the major hindrances to vaccine uptake. Our own local research that answers to the local variants that we might be grappling with. So we should be funded, not paying lip service to that. You know, sometimes we like these the big things, out there. But going back to the micro aspect of COVID-19 vaccination, which I talked to be vaccine development in the laboratory, we need to fund that, because when you are producing locally, you don't need to start waiting for the ones that you are receiving from the COVAX. So that's another area. So we need to double up our efforts 6 times as far as research into vaccine production is concerned. Then the logistics for the distribution of vaccines. We don't have the cold chain yet. Let's ramp up our logistics chain 6 times. When we do this, then we can see that our vaccine uptake increase in Lagos and in Nigeria as a whole.
All right, we always appreciate your time on the program. Thank you so much, Dr. Shalom Moni, public health physician. Thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
We'll have more on the situation around the world when we return. Please stay with us.